All right. It is Wednesday, January 17, just about 11 a.m. I'm finished for the day, as you can see here. I'm 4-0, green day. And all four of my trades were on my evaluation accounts only. And I took one trade per evaluation account for a total of $881 after commissions and fees. And yeah, it was a good, solid day of trading. I felt good about it. And we'll get into that in a second. Apex is now offering their 80% discount. They started it, announced it yesterday after market close. And so you can use this code or any other if you'd like to pick up some 80% evaluations. I think it seems like they're going to try to really limit these discounts more than 71%. So I'm guessing now is a great time to pick up some accounts if you need them for backups or starting for the first time or whatever the case may be. You can use this code or anyone else's that you have, and you'll get that 80% off. And also at the same time, they're running the 1 day to pass evaluation accounts until this Friday. Market close on Friday. So because of that, and because they're offering the 80% off, I kind of started today looking at things in a different direction. Typically, I've been wanting to trade my 1PA account as my first trade of the day, this one here. And usually I try to get my first best trade of the day on that account. And then I would switch and look to start taking trades on the evaluation accounts that I have active. And today I changed it up because they're running the 80% discount and because they're running the 1 day sale or the 80% sale for 3 days till Friday. I decided that I would try to take advantage of having that pressure taken off of me on the evaluations. And so, because every time I'm looking to trade my PA account, every time I'm looking to trade my PA account, I'm looking for really like the setups that I'm most confident in. And so I have a ton of rules that I apply to the setup if I'm going to take it on my PA account. Since I only have just the one PA account right now, I did have 5 at one point, but I've burned through 4 of them, and this is my last PA account left, and I've yet to get a payout on any PA account since I started trading Apex, essentially the beginning of last April. It's really the very end of March, so beginning of last April. So now, no payouts. So every time I take a trade, I'm being really careful in particular about which trade I'm taking on the PA account. And ever since I've switched to this new BS system that I'm trading, that's what I'm calling it, the BS system, I haven't taken a loss actually on this PA account yet. I'm trading 2 contracts at a time. So essentially I'm getting $100 per trade. And as you can see here, I'm up $1,492. I've won 15 trades in a row on the PA account since I started trading this system. Basically just after Christmas is when I started trading this. And the first week I didn't record for YouTube. And so, haven't taken a loss yet on the PA account, which is great. And just going slow and working towards my first payout on that. So I'm about $1,100 away from securing and qualifying for a payout. And I'll take the $2,000 max payout when I can get it, and that will pay for all of my Apex fees to date. Even if I pass any more evaluations coming up and get more PAs, everything will be covered if I can get this $2,000 payout sometime soon. So that's what I'm trying to do. But to get back to my point, because I'm being so careful about getting the perfect trade for the PA account to make sure I don't run into a loss, and trading the way I've been trading, Since they're running the 80% and 1 day to pass, I decided that I would focus on the evaluations for the next 3 days until Friday, and get one trade on each account. And I'm trading max contracts on the 25Ks. So I'm trading 4 contracts. And what I'm doing is I'm scalping for 3 contracts, and I'm letting one contract be a runner. And then I'm doing the same thing on my 50K evaluation as well. So this number 23 evaluation is a 50K, and I'm doing the same scheme on that one, 3 scalps with 1 runner on each trade. And so as you can see, on each account that I traded today, and in order, I went 32 first. So I got a scalp on that. Then I went to this 31 account, got a scalp on that. And then I went to, actually I went to 22 next. I got a scalp on that. And then I went to the 23 account after that, which is the 50K. And I actually got a runner on that one. So when we get into the actual trades I took today, as you can see here, they were all pretty close together. I'll talk about the runner and everything that happened there. But the main thing I want to talk about today is just this idea that I've been kind of playing with in my mind. And today was a good example of it. And I was able to execute it the way I can see this system working for me as I move forward in my journey. Now, 4 trades in 1 day and to have all winners, it doesn't happen very often for me. This is a great trading day for me. Over the course of the past 3 years, when I've been trading PATS, the PAT system that Mac teaches on YouTube, these days are very few and far between over the course of 3 years. And now that I've gotten away from the way Mac teaches to trade, and I've gotten away from ES, and now I'm trading NQ, things are really starting to click for me. And I'm really starting to find some confidence in finding an edge in the way I'm trading. And so I'm no longer drawing channels. I try to stop trading channels and drawing and everything. And then I started drawing them again. And now I'm back to this system where I don't need to draw them. I just depend on my chart and what my chart is telling me in terms of whether the profit for the scalps I like to take is working or not working on that chart. So today it was clearly working, and I got 4 trades in a row. And let's get into the trades so I can show the recording of each one. I record the live session, and in that way I can play back each trade during this review. So let's get into that, and then I can talk about some of these trades I took. Okay, so when I came into the market, it was about 6:50 in the morning. So somewhere around here is when I started. And we had, 2 clear legs down and went even further beyond it. And so because I had the mentality that I didn't have to have the perfect setup with all my rules in place, I can be a little bit more aggressive. And I think the 80% discount being offered right now, as well as the 1 day to pass and trading the evaluations instead of the PAs, over the course of moving forward, my idea is when I have a chart that is a winning chart when I start the day. So I'm not going to show you what I'm looking at to know that's a winning chart. But when I started this day on this chart, there were no losses. Every entry for a scalp that I go for was working on this chart up to the point where I started today at, like I said, 6:50. So knowing that I was on a chart that hadn't taken a loss for my profit target on any entry yet for the day, including the entire overnight session, gave me a lot of confidence to say, okay, given the fact that there's an 80% discount, there's a 1 day to pass, I'm trading the 4 contracts with 1 runner. There's a chance that I can pass an account in 1 trade if I get a really great runner, or perhaps if I just cycle through each, and how I'm trading, it's a lot to say. How I'm trading is I get a trade, I take it on 1 account, Win or lose, I move on to the next account. Take a trade, win or lose, move on to the next account, and I'm cycling through the accounts one by one. So my thought process, I decided I'll trade all my 4 evaluations first, and then if the chart is running hot and I get 4 wins and the chart still hasn't taken a loss, then I'll take a trade on my PA account. And if the chart is just running hot and things are looking really good and it's still early in the morning and I'm still trading, then I'll cycle through the accounts even again, or maybe pick one evaluation that I think maybe has a chance to pass the soonest and try to do it. So today, I got my first trade at 7, and my last trade was at just about 7:37, 7:38, somewhere in that neighborhood. That got the runner. And then at about 8:15 or so, I got word that I needed to stop to help get my daughter ready for school. So I stopped trading at 8:20. So during that period of time between 6:50 and 8:20, I was able to get my 4 trades of the day. And if I didn't have to stop, I probably would have gotten one more trade that I could see on my PA account. And then I don't think I would have actually had any other trades after that. So there was an opportunity, if I hadn't stopped trading when I did, that I could have gotten that one more trade for my P account, and I would have had all accounts traded today. But even though I didn't get my PA account traded today, yesterday I did get to the 10th day traded on the PA account. So now it's just all about reaching that profit target on this account. And once I get to 52,600, which is $1,100 more, which is about 11 more trades, I'll be able to request that. If I'm able to make a smooth run and get there without any losses, that would be amazing. If I get a loss, I'm trading small enough with 2 contracts that I should be able to recover it, hopefully, considering how well my system is working so far. So anyway, back to the trade. So we had this huge move down, beyond the measured move. And since they were running the promotion, I decided, if I have a chart that hasn't had any losses for the day, then I'm just going to take every setup that I get. And every entry I get, I'm going to take it. And one of my rules is, generally speaking, I don't want to take a engulfing entry. Even when I'm taking every setup, it's not what I want to usually take. But because, again, the chart hadn't lost all day, I decided I would enter it even if it did engulf on the bar, and the engulfing happened towards the end of the bar, just not long before the bar was going to close. So if I'm going to take an engulfing entry, I'd rather take it at that point where the bar is about to close than take it if there's still 1,500 ticks or whatever, a lot of ticks left before the bar is going to close and it can back up in the same bar. So I was hoping the bar is going to close and then I was going to get entered into the trade, but either way, I didn't feel too bad about it. I was confident in my winning chart. And so let's take a look at the trade and go from there. All right. And just to point it out, my stats in the yellow box, that's an overlay of my recording. So you're just going to see my end of day results there when I click back to my chart that I was trading on, because I have it as a full screen. So, but the box where the R trader is and the box where the Ninja Trader accounts are in the bottom left corner are from the live recording. So as you can see, everything is zeroed out here. There was no trades yet. And then when I hit play on the recording, you're going to see the chart start moving. And so here, I already had an indication that, if it ticks above the next candle, then it would be an entry for my system. And so I was waiting for the bar to come near a close. And so there you see the bar was near closing already. And so I entered the trade. And right there, my runner was taken out, but I got the scalp already. And that was my first trade of the day. Now, even though I'm trading 4 contracts, and even though I'm not getting the runner in a case like this, I'm okay with that. I'm just basically looking at it like I'm trading for 3 scalps, and if I get that runner to work, then that runner, that 1 contract runner, is like my lotto ticket for bigger profits, and so that's going to move to a break even +1, which is where my runner got taken out of. So once I get my scalp, my auto stop will move. And so in this case, I got taken out for a +1 on the runner. And so that's fine. I was trading for 2 contracts only before, so now I'm trading for 4, but I'm looking for 3 scalps. And then hopefully, I'll get enough runners that it will make it worthwhile. So that was trade number 1 right there. And now let me switch back here. So here's where you see trade 1, and unfortunate that the runner got stopped out, because as you can see, it did move up, and I could have got a bigger runner if we didn't have that pullback all within the single bar. So then I had my second trade of the day. Now, typically, again, when I'm applying all my rules, when I see price shoot through the EMA, especially when it's been a really strong down day and we've got a new extreme, when it shoots through the EMA like this, typically I don't want to look for a short, because a lot of times what I'll see is, even though an entry sets up, it shoots through the EMA, you get an entry, and then the price is so strong that it just keeps going, and you get into the trade and it goes just right against you and you get taken out. So typically this is another case where if I was trading my PA account, I wouldn't take this second trade. But because, again, like I talked about before, the chart hadn't taken any losses for my scalp profit target yet, I decided that I'm going to take every trade. So I switched to a new evaluation. My first trade was on evaluation number 32. So then I switched to evaluation number 31. And so now I knew that I had my profit from evaluation 32 locked in. And no matter what happened on this next trade, it wasn't going to affect that. And that's what I really like about the system. Like, trading today felt like no pressure, like stress-free. And that's what I want to get to. Like the way today felt, I want to be able to trade that way on my PA accounts and feel like there's no pressure, no stress. And if I take a loss and it hits one account, well, it's just affecting one account and not the other accounts. And as you're starting to see with my system, I'm starting to be able to trade more than 1 trade or more than 2 trades a day. And the more I lean into this, the more I'm going to have more trades each day, and I'm going to get more trades across more accounts each day. So that's kind of the the path I'm on and what I'm trying to accomplish. But anyway, here, let me get on trade number 2 and set that up so we can watch that back. All right, so here we go. So you can see I've got the 1 trade already in the bottom left corner, and now so we shot through the EMA, and I know that if there's a tick below a next bar, I'll have an entry. And so when I saw that it was going to be a bearish bar, I for a split second hesitated, just because I knew that prices shot through the EMA, and my rule is typically not to take that. And you can see it looked like it was going to try to work against me. The only reason I was able to take this trade is because, again, the chart was looking so good and working for my scalp target, 11 ticks every time, that I went ahead and took the trade. And I was hoping, hey, maybe we'll get a retest of the low. And so that's why I moved my runner down there. And as you can see right there, it took me out of the trade, break even +1 on the runner. And that was my trade number 2. And so at this point, the system is working great. And back to the live chart. So then, same idea. Now I've locked in the profit on 2 accounts. I locked in profit on 32 on the first trade, locked in profit on evaluation 31. And so then I decided to go to evaluation number 22 for the next trade. And so trading this way, again, just makes me feel like it doesn't matter what happens on the next trade, because no matter what happens, it's not going to affect what profits I already have on those other accounts. So I'm really enjoying trading this way. And so I got another setup here right off the EMA, had the strong push up off the through the EMA, and we had kind of like a test of the EMA here, kind of a test here, but it couldn't even touch it. And so I was just counting on the fact that, okay, we're above the EMA now, and there's room to kind of the resistance up here for my scalp. And again, just trading with no fear, no stress, no pressure. And, if anything happened to one of my evaluations, I've got new evaluations coming up, these evaluations that are all blown, 26, 27, 28, 29. Two of those are going to be renewing and resetting this weekend. And then I got two more coming the following week. And then they're running the 80% anyway. And those renew for 80%. But if I were to blow up an account this week, I can easily just buy new evaluations for 80% too. So it kind of feels like there's a backstop. And that's why I'm able to get 4 trades today, really. Other times it's like every trade matters so much that I can't take the trade because I'm concerned that I'm going to ruin my accounts. And when I was copy trading, I was worried I'd ruin multiple accounts. Today, the worst that happens is, hey, now I've got 2 accounts that are profitable and 1 account that's red if this trade were to lose. But it didn't lose, as you can see here. And let me set up the live recording to show you now. All right, so here we are. And the setup is getting ready to happen. Now, I was waiting to make sure that this candle didn't get too high, this current green candle. And when it was backing up here, I was thinking, okay, well, maybe there won't even be an entry. And then towards the end of the candle, it was finishing strong. And so I put my order in, as you can see right there. It'll move to 1 tick above this current bar on the close. And there it moved. And so again, I'm doing 3 scalps and 1 runner. And the runner goes to break even plus 1 once the scalp is reached. And break even plus 1 for the runner. So here we are, we're in the trade. And I'm moving my runner up just in case it makes a run. And felt pretty good about this. Got the scalp. Now, I think on my runner on this one, I was hoping it was really going to go right there. I think my runner on this one actually came at break even instead of break even plus 1. So I get a little bit less on this account. Because as you can see there, my scalp already gave me $121 for the 3 contracts. And it's just my 4th contract, my runner contract that's running there. And then it got taken out right there. And I think I got a tick slippage. So got a little bit less on this trade than I did the first 2 trades. $109 versus the $134. But that's all right. I'll take it. And so from there, now at this point, was feeling pretty good. Now at this point, I was starting to think, now are we going to get something like, 2 legs up kind of thing? So now I was starting to think, well, maybe we're going to get up here, which ultimately we did, as you can see down here. We did do that. But I also could have considered taking a short right here. I decided to not take this trade, and it would have worked, as you can see. And then I as well could have gone long here and decided not to, just because, I wasn't really sure what was happening. So I decided, just play it cool. I just got 3 trades in a row in a really short amount of time. My first trade here is at 7:01, and then my second trade was at 7:05 essentially, and my third trade was at 7:11. So you can see within 11-12 minutes I had 3 trades already, which is crazy for me. That's probably never happened in my trading history. So to have 3 trades in a row, I kind of felt like I would have been over trading if I were to take a short here or take a long here. So I kind of just sat back and said, okay, I really like where I'm at. I didn't really know what to think about these, although in my mind, what I was thinking was, well, it looks like a range. In my mind, I had this picture in my head, breakout, and what, most breakouts fail. So to take it back in here. Also, this was an engulfing entry. And so another reason why I didn't want to enter on that one. It would have worked, but that's fine. So then not too long later at 7:37, I like this trade because now we've seen, the EMA hold multiple times. It got a little bit under, but it still went above. I still had this measured move in mind in my head. And so got another entry here. It was above the EMA on the close. And so I felt pretty confident that we would get to at least this point here on the measured move. So we did, and this one I luckily got a nice runner, 18.25 points. As you can see there, 43.75 was the entry, and I stopped out at 62. So got a nice runner on this one, and what my runner does is it auto stops at the close of each bar. So when this bar closed, my auto stop moved here. When this bar closed, my auto stop moved here. And so you can see it got taken out 1 tick below there. Could have got a little bit more if I wasn't running that strategy, but I've just seen more times than not. I want to take this before there's even a bigger drawdown. And that's what I'm trying to protect against using my runners, is I don't want a massive drawdown on the one runner contract. So I'm just playing it kind of conservative in that way and just taking the most profit I can get at the close of each bar. And so let me switch over and show this 4th trade. All right, so here we go. So at this point, I know that the next entry I get, if it's above the EMA, I was definitely interested. Again, this chart still hadn't taken a loss out of all the setups that it's seen all day for my 11-tick scalp. And so when this bar is looking like it's going to close bullish above the EMA, you'll see I drop my order in there, and it's going to move to 1 tick above that bar when it closes. And now I'm entered into the trade. It worked right away for the scalp. My stop moved up to, auto stop moved to +1 on the runner. And now I'm just hoping it doesn't back up again like it has on the previous 3 trades. And you'll just see that I let my auto stop move up. Now I did have my stop manually. I was preparing to move it up in case there was some kind of pullback, because that's a really big bar, 79 tick bar, that last green bar right there. So I am considering, dropping a stop somewhere in the middle of that bar. But I was also wanting to give it some space and some time to play out so that in case I can get a runner, I can let the auto stop strategy take over for trailing each bar. At this point, I'm just really holding onto my stop manually to make sure it's not going to go lower. And when this bar starts to go bullish, I stopped getting worried about having to manually drop a stop there. And so I'll just let this play out. And you can see the bar closed, and then my auto stop automatically moved. And right there already, it's about 4.25 points locked in and secured on the runner. Now at the peak, I think the runner was up about $480. And you can see when it comes back, I make about 430 or so, I believe, on the runner there. So again, for me, this is like the ideal situation, right? Because if I can get a runner on, say, 1 out of 4 trades like I did today, and then it's spread out over multiple accounts, it'll just get me to my goal faster on some accounts than other accounts. And that would be great, because then as the accounts become more and more staggered over time, then so I'll get payouts on some faster than others, but it'll be a continual process, hopefully, that where they keep coming into into qualifying into payout windows, where over the course of time moving forward using the system, I can have multiple accounts being qualified and secured for payouts. So anyway, here's where we are in the live market. So you can see the market's still running right now. It's about 11:30, and yeah, I've been recording for about 30 minutes here. So that's really it for today. My 4 trades, just in this small cluster. And then, like I think I mentioned earlier, I stopped trading around here. And if I hadn't stopped trading, my next trade would have been on my PA. And this is the trade I would have taken. I would have gone long here if I had been here for this, just after this nice push up and a pull back to the EMA. And at this point, it was looking to me like, well, maybe we'll make an attempt to close the gap. The open was here. At the very least, an attempt to retest the open, which is ultimately what it looks like it did before it sold off again. So yeah, unfortunate that I wasn't able to be here for that trade, but still really happy with the day. I'm fine with not taking a trade on the PA account today. Really just enjoyed trading with no stress, no pressure. If I take a loss, it's just going to affect one account. I've got 4 evaluations currently. I'm going to end up with 8 evaluations by next week, depending on whether any pass or fail. And, hopefully I can get some more PA accounts in the next couple weeks here. And then once I have those, I'll feel a lot more secure about trading the PA. And even, right now I'm still trading, like I said, I'm only trading 1 or 2 contracts on this PA account per trade. And I'm taking maximum 1 trade per day on it currently. If I can get more PA accounts secured and the system continues to work the way it's been working for these first few weeks of 2024, then, I'm going to feel like, perhaps I can do my runner strategy with my PA account, my PA number 2. Maybe I can start trading the 4 contracts, trade my runner, and then that will help me to not need 11 more trades, but maybe I'll only need 4 or 5 more trades or something like that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking moving forward. As you can see here, for 2024, I'm now 19-3, 86%. So it's a good start. For this week, I'm already 5-0. Today is only the 2nd day I've traded. So 4 wins today, 1 win yesterday. Last week, I was 5-0 for the entire week, only 5 trades, which again is already a lot for me. So to be here on Wednesday, done trading, I'm already at a 5-0 week is amazing. It makes me feel really good about what I'm doing now and giving me confidence and really making me think that, the edge is working for me, and I'm kind of doing things the way I kind of, feel in my mind I can do it, the way I can do it. And it just, the less pressure you feel, the more profit and the more trades I feel like I can get. So that's really going to be the key for me moving forward, is to secure more PAs, pass more evaluations, build up accounts, keep trading this way, and feel like, well, if I do take a loss, it's no big deal because it's just 1 account. Meanwhile, the other accounts are moving forward and moving towards their targets. And that's really just the way I want to trade. So today, I stopped trading around 8:15 over here, and I didn't come back until about 9:30 29.30, somewhere in that neighborhood. And trade, was looking for a trade for the PA a little bit here. At this point, the chart had already taken one or two losses, so I was feeling less confident about the chart, and just didn't see anything I was willing to take. And then somewhere around 10:30, a little bit before 10:30, I stopped trading, took the dogs, fed the dogs, took them out, and then came back to do the video that I'm recording now. So that's really it for the day. A little bit of a longer video because of the 4 trades and explaining everything, but really, take advantage of the 80% discount. Take advantage of the 1-day pass. Now, as you can see, I'm not just trying to pass it in 1 day, but I'm using it to allow me to feel the freedom to trade the way I traded today, to get the 4 trades, to trade with a runner, to trade 4 contracts. All these things are in play. And the more I can trade with this style, loose, not too many rules. Like I have basically 5 basic rules, and I'll even go against them like I did today, like on my first 2 trades. My first 2 trades, my rules for myself are that I don't want to take engulfing entries anymore. Well, my first trade was engulfing. The chart hadn't lost yet, so I was willing to put that rule aside for that trade. Also because it was on an evaluation that is easily replaceable. Trade 2, again, it shot through the EMA. Typically, I don't want to take a trade counter to the way it shoots through the EMA. But again, same reason, because it was an evaluation, easily replaced. No pressure, take the trade. The chart hasn't lost yet. And then trade 3 and trade 4 are both trades that I would have taken on my PA no matter what. And felt good about both of them, and was fortunate to get this runner here. As you can see, if I didn't have the one tick below, I could have potentially got a little bit more, but got to be happy with whatever you can get that's extra more than the scalp. And I've been trading scalping so long without any potential for more than just the scalp that I'm really enjoying the scalp, even when I don't get the scalp. Just the opportunity to get more, I think over time will add up and will benefit certain accounts. And maybe some accounts it'll take longer to get to the goal because I'm getting that 1 less scalp per trade. But on some accounts, I'm going to get to the goal even faster. So it's just going to kind of stagger, supercharge some accounts over others. And I like the concept of that. So that's it for me for today. Again, 80% discount ongoing till Friday, 1-day pass ongoing until close of Friday. And let's see if I can kind of keep these stats where they are and keep moving forward and keep going towards my goal. Thanks for watching. If you like the way I'm showing my journey that I'm on trading Apex accounts, like and subscribe. I appreciate it, and really feeling hopeful for this system working the way today worked, and I can continue to do it this way. There will be days where I don't have any charts that look as good as the chart that I had today, where maybe I don't feel comfortable trading at all, or maybe I just have to apply all of my rules when a setup happens, instead of just taking any because the chart's not running hot. So I'm gonna have to feel it out as we go. Not every day is going to be like this, but today is definitely kind of showing the potential of what this system can do for my trading. So I am definitely hopeful. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back at it tomorrow.